doing today? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you. And the reason that I'm talking with you today is because I've got a little something lined up. I've got a hard drive here. I'll put the exact model number in the description. This is a Western Digital external hard drive. And the reason I picked it up is because I'm going to be adding this into a server of mine. I have an unraid server, which basically just means that I get to have files and videos available to all the computers at my home and backed up in case a hard drive ever fails. And the way things are nowadays, it's actually cheaper to buy a hard drive like this that's made for external use, and you just plug it in with like a USB cable, than it is to buy a naked drive that's made, that is just it's less material. It's just the hard drive itself, yet I don't know, the way who it's aimed at, who it's marketed at, that they just end up being more expensive, just the naked drive. So it's actually cheaper to buy a drive like this, and then it's called shucking it, where kind of like shucking an oyster, you just remove the drive out from the case. So that's what I'm going to be doing with you today. Pretty easy to remove. If you don't care about it, you could just use a screwdriver. The plastic is useless afterwards. You're not really going to use it again. I got a couple tools here that I'm going to use that will help out. And I also have to look up if I'll be able, there's like on this one I have to look up the model number once I get the drive out, but sometimes there's an extra pin that you don't need when you plug it into a computer, so you just have to cover it up with like a special tape. I think it's called Kapton tape, or in my case I just kind of like pry out the one pin. So I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. So I'm going to adjust things a little bit, and so you can see better, and then I'll start removing this. So, hold on. All right, that's better. Now, it's been a while since I opened it up this way, so bear with me, but it's not too difficult, as you'll see. So, I got a couple tools here I'm going to use to help me out. Now, so this drive, just a little background, I've gotten similar drives before. These are 8 terabyte Western Digitals, and I don't expect this one to be quite as good as the other ones, but with COVID blowing up and things being somewhat in lower availability, I thought it was good to jump on one more. The previous ones I got were helium-filled white drives inside. And this one I'm pretty sure is also a white drive, but it is an air-filled drive, which means that it will run a bit hotter, and theoretically it won't last as long, possibly. Although I've looked at some stats and that's not necessarily the case, but it's a possibility. Some people complained of a little more vibration than usual with these drives as well. I turned it on, and there was a little bit externally, but nothing too crazy. I think I'm being too gentle with this. So usually there's like a couple parts you got to pop out, and then it starts to fall into place. Oh my God. Or I could just scrape all the skin off my finger. That's always good too. That's what happens half the time when I do this stuff on camera. Oh my God. This sharp little crappy piece of plastic got me good. Look at that. Be careful, everyone. God damn it. I'm going to come back to this in a second. Alright, in this case, don't be like me. Get yourself a little leverage, and don't be worried about breaking these stupid plastic snaps, because who cares? You're not going to put it back in here anyways. So just slide this in, and I'm just sliding along and getting all the snaps out. There we go. Yep, scrape my skin off like a moron. Key is not to rush. Even if you're on camera. I don't know if they changed the design or if I've just gotten worse at this. I might have figured out a trick at one point, you know, after you do a bunch of them in a row, it's easier. Excuse me. And you just slide it open. Some garbage you don't need. Let's see, does it still have the rubber things holding it? Yep. So this one, it's you just pull apart, and there's little rubber ends here just come out of little slots that they're fitting into. All right. Don't need this crap. All right. And this whole connector, this part is pointless. It goes over the SATA port here and the power. So, you know, it's a screw, so kind of interesting. It comes with these little rubber things with screws. I don't know, I might be able to reuse these at least. That's cool. I'll be right back. Get this little... You can see a little better. It's just a Phillips screw head, so... Alright, that's out. We got this little separator here. Take that dumb thing off. Pulls off. And then this whole piece, just slide it out away from the Saturn power connectors. Just slide it out that way. I put a little plastic spacer so it doesn't touch the back of the hard drive. It's nice. Now the funny thing is with these external hard drives is a lot of the time the hard drive itself is fine, but they make these connectors really cheap, and something will go bad on this, and then people think the whole thing's busted because this is the only way that they can connect it to their computer, so they'll have to, you know, throw it out or, you know, do warranty or whatever. I mean, people don't bother with warranty, right, most of the time, so what do? You just throw it out, and meanwhile the drive is perfectly good and all your information you know, is still in there. If you just do this, you'll be able to get to it. So if you have a drive like this that's dead, you know, try this first before you throw it in the garbage. Alrighty, so got those out. So it's a white label WD80EDAZ. Yeah. Made in Thailand. I think Hitachi makes these. So there you go. So I'm just going to look up the model number really quick and make sure about this whole pin business so I don't mess that up, and I'll show you that. Alrighty, so standard thing when using these type of drives with regular computer power supplies is there is the first 3 pins. Usually you only need to disable the 3rd pin. Sometimes they're shorted together, 1, 2, 3. You don't need 1, 2, or 3. That's counting from, this is the data connection and this is the power connection. Counting from the inside next to the data, 1, 2, 3 pins over is the one you want to get rid of. But you don't need pins 1, 2, or 3. So the safest and most reversible way is just to put a little bit of electrical tape or Kapton tape. Electrical or Kapton tape over. You could do all the first 3. I just use a razor blade and just pry up the 3rd pin and just kind of break it off because that's just simpler to me, and I've never had an issue with it, so that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to take my time doing so. Got it up and bent up out of the way. I guess I could, you know, just in case they change things, I did hear about one person saying they removed the first 3 pins, I think, and it still didn't boot up. So I'm actually going to just bend it up out of the way. So, yeah, that's it. I'll see if I change my mind. I might pry it out with needle nose pliers, but that's it. See the 3rd pin? black plastic underneath. So plug it in like that, and your hard drive should be recognized by your computer. When, in my case, recognized by Unraid. Unraid videos to come in the future. Talk a little bit about that. Until then, you know, take care of yourself, be safe, and keep doing your best. Love you. Bye.